Today, I'm making a video about something that I shouldn't have to make a video about. It should just be, there should be no reason for me to be talking about this right now. Yet here we are. I was going to make a video about Invincible. I was thinking about it because I just finished season 5 and it has been a great season so far. But instead, here I am talking about something else because I'm actually speechless. It's so basic and simple, and I shouldn't have to be talking about it, yet here we are. Now, what am I talking about? People not using their blinker when they're driving. It doesn't matter if they're turning or if they're merging into another lane. Some people just don't use it. They don't bother using it. And I don't understand why. It is, for one, it is just common courtesy to say, hey, I'm going to merge over into this lane. Could you make space for me? I'm going to merge now. And so you turn your blinker on so people know this guy wants to merge or this guy wants to get over. Or if you're turning, especially if it's not like at a light, if there's just a turn coming up out of nowhere, you turn your blinker on so people know he's going to be turning soon. The second thing is, it's just basic driving. Like when you go and take the driver's test, when you are in driver's ed, when you first start driving, it is one of the first things that they teach you about is turn your blinker on when you're going to turn. And it's not hard to do either. If you have your hands on the wheel, you got 10 and 2, or whichever ones these are. But whatever it is, you get your hands on the wheel. The blinker switch is right here. This will probably be reversed for you guys. But you got your hands on the wheel. The blinker is right here. And it's just to go left, you turn the blinker down. To go right, you turn the blinker up. It is not hard. Normally, I wouldn't think about it too much because I'm just driving on the road and, oh, some asshole didn't use his blinker or whatever. I don't think about it. But I watched someone today. I was on the highway. I was in the right lane. There was a guy coming from I don't remember what they're called, but one of the lanes that comes and merges in. And of course, he didn't use his blinker when he got over into my lane. And then just a couple feet later, I watched him get over again and again, not use his blinker. Now, who would I be to say that I haven't had a slip up or something where I forgot to turn my blinker on? That does happen. Sometimes it just happens. You just forget. But there are people who actually just do not use it. And for one, like I said, it's a safety thing. It is a basic driving instruction that they teach you in beginner's class when you first start driving. And there are people that they take their driver's class and they use their blinker, then they get out and they just don't use it again. Another thing too, another little sneaky reason why you should use it. I have a friend who, if we're driving and we see someone speed past us, he'll point out, well, he paid for the whole speedometer. He's going to use all of it. Not exactly a fair point, not exactly a fair thing to say, but I can understand the reasoning. If we're going to go with that logic, you paid for the car, you paid for the blinkers, you should use the blinkers. You paid for them. Even if it's not your car, even if it's someone else's car, it is a car that you are driving. You are in charge of the car. You determine where the car goes. Therefore, you need to be the one to use the blinker if you're going to merge, if you're going to turn, if you're going to do whatever. It just annoys me so much because it's such a simple thing. And it's not like, oh, maybe, some people have blinkers, some people don't have blinkers. I can't afford blinkers. Every car has blinkers on it, dog. Now, maybe your blinkers went out. That is a whole different exception. If your blinkers go out, that is a straw man argument. Like, you can't get me with that. If the blinkers go out, then you change. And they're not even that hard to change. I've changed them myself. You literally just pop the trunk, take the thing out, take the light. I don't know what it's called. I don't know technical terms. But you take the part that it's in out. And it's not hard to do. Usually the hardest part of that is like taking the felt off in your car. Especially if you have one of those cars that have those stupid ass fucking screws. Like, my car has really annoying plastic screws, I gotta get a screwdriver to take those things out. But that's the hardest part of changing the light bulb, is just taking those out, getting the felt off, getting to where the actual light bulb is, and then you just pop it out, take the cap off, take the whatever part off, and you just pull out the light bulb and put a new one in. And light bulbs aren't expensive. They're like, I'm not going to look up prices. I'm just going to guess here. Probably like $5. I think the last time I bought mine, it wasn't for blinker headlights. It was for brake lights. But I think it was like maybe maybe $4 from AutoZone. So if your blinker goes out, it's not that hard to change it. Now, maybe you're strapped for cash. I'm getting off topic. You should use the blinker. Again, like I said, just for common courtesy, just as a way of saying, hey, I need to get over, please let me over. Use the blinker so people know that you want to get over. That gets into a whole other argument of like having your blinker on and people not letting you over because they're assholes. That, like I said, that's a whole other thing. That people on the road are stupid. I have driven since I was 15, maybe 16. I don't remember when I got my permit. I don't remember what age it is in the state I am. I think 16. I've been driving for a long time now, and I have driven a lot. I used to live an hour and a half away from work. Every day, it would take me an hour and a half to get to work in the morning, and leaving, it would take me 2 hours because of traffic. I did that for like 4 years. And the job I have now, I drive for work. I go to the store that I work at, I go to other store locations and just pick up stuff and drop off stuff. And then I go to other places and just pick stuff up and drop stuff off. So I drive a lot. And I have driven a lot. It annoys me so much to see people driving and not use their blinker. Honestly, you're just an asshole if you don't use your blinker. Like I said, maybe sometimes you forget. I know I've forgotten before sometimes. There are times, like I said, you just slip up. It happens. It's okay if it's just a one-time thing. But there are people who just choose not to use their blinkers. I don't know. I'm going to go and call the video here. If you like the video, like the video. Subscribe if you want. I appreciate anything. Use your fucking blinker, man. Use the blinker on the road. Goodbye.